Queen comes out to b3, attacking the knight. Black's move. 4 minutes 24 seconds on the clock. Knight f4, we begin with knight out to e4. If knight takes, rook comes over here and that's game over. So maybe black won't play, knight takes on it. Okay, he chooses knight e2 check, and further he may take the bishop. That's the possible variation. Okay, he takes. Alright. Sulex, you may send me the challenge after this game, because uh, just send me the challenge after this game. Rook takes on this. Bishop goes over here. We play b5. The knight is under attack. Queen goes back. And he takes, we'll take back. This is black's turn. Thinking for a while. Okay, so now black is thinking. Black takes the bishop out. We'll play the queen to b4. That's the only safe square. And now black's turn. Having 3 minutes 25 seconds on the clock. So he decides to take the pawn, and over here we can begin with knight over here attacking the bishop and the pawn. Okay, so first we take back from the queen because we are attacking this and this both the pawns at the same time. That's why queen takes on the b5 pawn. And now this is once again black's turn, having 3 minutes on the clock, and let's see how he responds. This pawn, the central and this pawn both are under attack. So now this is a kind of thinking for black. Maybe black is going to think a lot for making the correct response. We can also observe that this bishop over here is lying. Okay, he chooses bishop c8. Both the bishops at the back foot. So we decide to take this from the queen, and the upcoming move can be c5 or c6, any of them. Okay, he takes this. Rook takes on a4, and now we play knight c5. We are attacking this rook. If he tries something like c6, then we can grab the bishop. So maybe he can take this. Okay, so he plays c6, and we'll take the bishop. Now this is black's turn. Black is now thinking. Okay, so over here he plays rook a3, and now we can take this pawn attacking the queen. Rook comes over here. We may. Okay, so we'll take this queen. He takes, and we'll play rook takes on c6, and now we are having a minor piece and two pawns up. Okay, so rook comes over here. We'll take the second knight. Bishop comes out. We play rook b1, opening the trade. Now this is black's turn. Black is thinking, having 1 minute 55 seconds on the clock. And he plays rook b3. We start giving some checks. Black plays the king to x7. And here we decide to protect our pawn. So now this is black's turn. He plays rook c3, defending the rook. We offer another rook trade, and this time he can play rook a3. Further, we decide to start pushing the pawns forward from d4. And now this is black's turn. Black can decide with rook a2, the special. Okay, he chooses f6, attacking the knight. We'll take the knight to g6, attacking the rook. So He plays rook f7 for protecting the knight, and further we begin with f4. Our plan is to play f5, which will defend the knight and attack this. So we play f5, attacking bishop, and this we can expect for a bishop sacrifice. Let's see what happens. Okay, so over here he plays bishop back, and now we can play this check. If rook takes, we can. Okay. So over here, let's take the rook to b7. We are attacking the bishop, and now let's see what happens. This is black's turn. Oh, black cannot play that. Yeah, black can play this. If black plays bishop c6, then I can play d5. Okay. So now this is black's turn. Black takes, and now we'll take this back. Once again, black's turn. We are attacking this rook, and further we start giving some checks, and we'll take the rook. Now let's start advancing the pawns forward. Okay, so king, and we play rook. Knight f5, we are attacking rook and this pawn. Rook comes down, we'll play rook takes on g7, and now we play g4 for we can protect our knight. Black's turn, 30 seconds on the clock. Okay, so now this is black's turn. He plays king over here, and we play knight f5. If we take back, king take, and we start advancing pawn forward. He chooses this. We play check and win the rook. Okay, so now we'll take this rook. Okay, we can take this pawn further and can attack this. Well, black is thinking over here. So black loses on timeout. Alright. Okay, so guys, any challenges? Okay, so if you have any challenges, you can send. Okay, so over here e4 and we play c6, the Caro-Kann defense. We begin with d5 and for the c5, now c3 and we play knight c6. Bishop comes out, we take the bishop to d7, removing the bishop pin, and we'll take the central pawn. Further we play e6 for adding defender to this pawn, and we develop the knight. So we begin with knight f5, creating pressure, and let's see how black responds. White's turn. White takes, and we'll take back from the pawn. Mostly. What is this? Okay, we'll take the bishop, and now white's turn. Okay, let's see what white responds with. Woo. I guess he can play bishop out, bishop to e3. So we'll take the bishop out, and further we'll castle. Okay, and now black's turn. He plays queen over here, creating a rook connection. That's the point. And here we play rook to c6. Rook comes out to c8. Further we play queen to b7. Bishop comes to c6. rook comes over here and we play rook d8. We'll take the bishop out, attacking. Rook can come to c7 and so this is the lost game. We retain the game. Okay. Alright, so another game comes where we are playing as black. He plays the move. Let's see what he plays. He can choose with, okay, he plays e4. We play, this time we begin with e6, the French defense. And comes knight f3, we play d5. White's thinking, white takes and we take back. Further comes d4, we play knight f6. And comes the bishop out, we play bishop e7. We'll castle maintaining the king's safety and further develop the knight. Okay, let's take out the bishop. We are attacking this pawn. We'll further take this. Queen takes and we take the pawn, attacking the queen. And comes the queen goes back. Okay, queen goes back and we begin with c5, defending the knight from this threat. Bishop takes on x7 and queen takes on this. That's why we play c5, defending this. Okay, so now he is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds with. He plays knight e2 and we take this, giving check. Queen takes and over here we play rook e8. Okay, so we advance the pawn, d4. Bishop comes to c4, we play knight e5. And we take back from the rook. White to play. White plays rook over here and we trade. After the trade we take the knight back, attacking the bishop. If bishop goes back, then this pawn move and the bishop is trapped. So we begin with c4, attacking the bishop. Bishop comes over here and over here. If we play queen over here, then bishop takes on x7, the queen is gone. So we begin with queen e8. Now he plays f3. We play g6. Further we begin with f5. Now the bishop is not trapped. Bishop takes on b7. We play rook b8. And now bishop can go over here. So we begin with queen a4 and the bishop is trapped. Alright, so let's see what he begins. The bishop is trapped. He can begin with taking the pawn, or maybe bishop cannot come over here. Right. We'll take this. Queen taking on the rook. Nice. So we take the knight back, defending this. Now the bishop can not take the pawn, cannot come over here, not here, not here. Okay. So bishop is once again trapped. Maybe something else. Black can have more plans. Black can begin with queen over here. Okay, queen c7. If I take, he take the knight. Wow, amazing. So over here, we first take the pawn, and now once again his turn. He can begin with rook over here. Okay, so we'll begin with king f8, and now let's see what he responds. Queen d8 check. Knight, king comes to g7. Okay, so now this is white's turn. Queen g8 check. We begin with king x6, defending this pawn. Bishop comes over here and we play knight. No. If we play knight to f6, then queen can come over here and can win the knight. So over here we choose the variation that is queen c6, and let's see how white responds over here. 2 minutes 26 seconds on the clock for white. White plays queen f7. We play knight to e5. Okay, king comes to g5. If queen e6 check, then this okay. This, and we can take this. Then queen can come over here and can give check. Hmm. So we'll not take the pawn. Instead, we choose to play king f4. Once again, white's turn over here. White begins with queen x6 check. We play king g3. And now, once again, white's think for the response. Over here, in this position, okay, queen check. Knight comes over here. Pawn takes, then that's the mate. So maybe no, he will not take that. Instead, now maybe he is looking after more and more threats that he can apply. Oh, he fell for the checkmate. Hmm. Okay. So guys, if you want, you can send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed. And if you are enjoying the stream, then you may like the live stream. Okay, we are white to play, and we begin with knight f3. The red opening. We further play d4, controlling the center, and bishop out to f4. Black plays e6. We play knight d2. Further, this is black's turn. Black plays a6. We play c3. He plays b5. We play a4. Attack towards the side. If we'll take, then he may not be able to take. So maybe he can choose knight over here or c6. Okay, he choose b4. So I guess this is not a nice move. We'll take this. Bishop takes, and we begin with queen out. Okay, bishop can take this, then we may take back from the knight. Further, we can bring the queen over here, attacking the rook, this pawn. Okay, he plays a5. Hmm. So after a5, we play e3, and now this is black's turn. Let's see what black responds with. So over here, we played e6, and comes bishop g4. We play knight e5. The bishop under attack. He can take this knight and can remove my castling ability. So let's see what black plays in this position. He can begin with this forcing move threat. Okay, he does not. So over here, we'll take the bishop out, giving check. Knight cannot come. If this is the response, we'll take. And further, we will lead one pawn. If we place c6, we'll take back from the knight. He'll take back and we'll take this. Further, we are winning the rook. If we place knight over here, then that's an easy win. Okay, so comes king e7. And after king e7, we begin with knight c6 check. Black is forced to trade and we'll trade back. Rook comes a6. We play rook bishop to b5, attacking the rook. And now black's turn. Black plays rook to b6. Over here we decide to castle, maintaining the king's safety. And now this is black's turn. Black takes the knight. Okay, so that was quite important move. We played queen d1. Bishop can go back. And we further play queen c1. Now let's see for the response. Knight comes out to f6. We take back from the bishop. Let's see what he responds with. This is black's turn, and black is thinking over here, having 2 minutes 58 seconds on the clock. We are attacking this rook and the queen both at the same time, so maybe queen goes anywhere and we'll win the free rook, and that's an advantage for us. So this is black to move, and having 2 minutes 40 seconds. Queen comes to a8. We'll take the rook, and now black's thinking for a while. Maybe black is thinking for the continuation. Okay, he chooses rook c8, and further we begin with bishop c5 giving check, offering a bishop trade also. If he'll trade, then I will take back from the pawn, and that's the plan. Okay, so now this is once again black's turn. Black placed the knight to e4, and we further advanced our pawn forward to c6. We may further play f3 attacking the knight. The knight is under attack, so maybe black plays knight d6. We play the queen to c5, pinning the knight. Queen comes to b8, and we play b4. He takes. We okay. We'll take back, and king comes to g8 for such amazing response. We play rook a to b1. He takes, and we'll take back. And now this is black's turn. Let's see how black responds over here. Hmm. So over here queen comes to b6, and now okay, this is we begin with queen takes on the knight. That was the free knight black left with. Black may begin with taking the pawn and further give some checks. That may be some threats visible. Hmm. So comes x6, and now in this position we play queen to d7. We are attacking this rook. Now okay, he plays rook b8. We push the pawn, and that's an easy win. Okay, he takes. We'll take back from the queen. There's a checkmate trap, so we cannot move this rook from this file. Well, now we are promoting this. Okay, so queen check, and further we'll promote to queen. New queen on the board, and queen comes over here. Now we play rook c1 for queen coming over here, and that will be forced trade. Now this is black's turn. Now we begin with queen c2, and that's a forced trade. And he is forced to trade the queens. Okay, he resigns the game. If you want, you can send me challenges over here. So comes e3 as the response. We play c5. Further, we begin with d6. The knight out, e4, and bishop comes out to e7, d5. Hmm. White's turn. White is having 4 minutes 48 seconds. He takes the pawn. We play queen d6, attacking the knight. The knight center attack. Knight goes back. We play knight at c6. Further, we may. Okay, he plays knight over here, attacking this. We'll take the queen to d7. And now this is once again white's turn. d3, we play a6, attacking this knight. The knight goes back. We play d4, attacking the knight. White's turn. Let's see how white responds. So over here, this is white to play. Let's see how white responds. White take the knight back on wheel. Take the pawn. White's turn. White will take the pawn. And further, we play queen to e6. The attack towards the pawn at e3. Here comes e4. We begin with castling, maintaining the king's safety. We further play c4. Okay, he takes back and we begin with bishop check. So over here we take the knight back and further we bring the queen b6. We begin with knight to g4. So now this is 3 minutes 58 seconds on the clock and we'll take the bishop. Now this is white's turn. White can take this knight back over here because that's the only safe square. Okay, knight comes g5. We play the queen out over here, attacking the knight, threatening this check threat. So this is white's turn. Having 3 minutes 37 seconds. He takes the knight. We'll take back. Queen will take back and we further take this knight. So now this was an equal trade position. He plays queen over here, attacking this pawn. We play x6. We are attacking the knight and let's see what he responds. Knight goes back. We play knight g6, attacking this. So the queen is under attack. Queen goes back and over here we choose b5. Further, this is white's turn. White takes. We take the pawn, attacking this pawn. Once again, white's to play. We'll take this pawn. Once again, attacking this pawn. And further 3 minutes on the clock for white. Rook comes over here. We'll take this pawn. So over here we begin with queen a3. Rook comes out to a3. And now this is black's turn. 2 minutes 47 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds with. Okay, so now 2 minutes 34 seconds on the clock. Over here, queen comes f2. We play knight f4. Further, we may give up this. He will take and we will take this knight. Okay, he plays this. We play. Oh. If we play this, then this is the response and it will create a worse position. So over here, we'll choose to play queen d6. Okay, king goes back and we'll take this knight over here. Queen and the rook both are under attack. And now this is white's turn. White begin with queen d2. So over here we play queen to g3 for protecting our queen. Further we are attacking this rook. Okay, so over here this is our chance. We begin with rook b8. Further we can bring rook comes to b2, threatening the mate in one. Knight goes back and now over here in this position we play knight f4. we are threatening to attack towards the queen and attack like this. Queen comes over here, and if I'll take, he'll take, I will take, he will take. That's not right. So over here, let's take the queen. Oh, if I'll take the queen back, he may take this. Hmm. If I trade, he'll take back. I will play knight over here. He play this, and that's not going to benefit us. If I take this, he'll take this. Okay, so we'll trade the queens. Now this is white's turn, and white takes back. We play knight d3. White's turn, and white plays rook e2. We take the knight back, attacking this. And over here, we'll begin with g5, defending the knight. So the knight is defended. He plays e5. We begin with rook d3 for creating pressure towards the knight. And now this is black's turn. Let's see how he responds. White plays rook d1, defending this. So over here, we'll take this pawn. King comes to x2. Okay. So king x2, and over here we begin with x5. Okay, so over here knight comes to e6. We'll take the pawn. White's turn, having 1 minute 25 seconds on the clock. Over here he begins with king g1. Further we decide to play x4, further x3. So comes e6, we'll take back from the pawn. Now let's see what he responds with. He plays king over here, we push the pawn forward, x3. He takes back, we'll take back, attacking the rook, and maybe begin with some checks. Okay, check, and we begin with king f7. Now this is white to play. White is thinking for the response. Further he chooses to play king over here. We play rook check. Okay, so he offers a trade, and we'll not accept it. Instead we play rook g3. Okay, now let's see what happens. So we'll take this, giving check. Further we give some checks once again. One again check. Rook comes to g7. Okay. Four seconds on the clock. Alright, so if you want, you can send the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. So over here we play e4, black's turn. He plays b6, we play e4, and c4. Knight comes out to c3, knight f3, bishop to g5, beginning with the Owen's defense. Bishop goes to e3, bishop comes to e2, and further with castle. Okay, so over here, this is black's turn. We take this. This is black's turn. Let's see what he responds. He takes back. We'll take this back. Further, he takes back, and we play queen b3. And over here, we begin with bishop c4. Okay, so now he's thinking over here. He takes the. So we'll take back. Let's see what he responds. Knight comes out. We play d5. He may begin with knight x5. Further, we allow him to take the bishop. Let's see what he chooses. So we begin with 10%. Let's see what he plays. If we place this, so it means it is attacking the queen. If we take from the bishop, then we may understand that this threat, and we may further protect our bishop. Now this is black's turn. 3 minutes 57 seconds. So over here we play. If we play knight, we are attacking this bishop. 3 minutes 50 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. Okay, he takes and we'll take back. So he takes this back and further we begin with queen to f4. Alright, so over here queen comes to e8. Further we play bishop to f3. Let's see what he plays. So over here we begin with knight e5 attacking the rook, and let's see what he responds with. Blacks to play. 3 minutes 4 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. Over here he plays rook e6. We play bishop g4 for this threat. He plays f5. We play the bishop back to e2. Oh. So over here we begin with knight c7. Maybe I can find some way out. Okay, I resigned the game. Guys, if you want, you can send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed.